Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. This is Harry Moppet. Welcome back to another Starcraft 2 Daily Masters cast. Going to be getting into the series that I've been telling you about for the past few days. I was trying to throw my belt away and accidentally hit the door on the way out, but you know how it is. Finish work, and for some reason your belt seems to get a bit tighter when you finish work compared to the start of the day, but maybe that's just me. So anyway, let's get into it. It's going to be Mr. Grubby. He is on the top right side of the map. He is 28 years of age, from the Netherlands. Is sponsored by quite a few people like Twitch TV, BenQ, Trademo, I don't know, something like that. And yeah, so he's awesome. He's quite an awesome player, and we'll be seeing exactly how he goes in this game. As I said, it's a 3-game series. I'm not sure if it was like from a best of 5 or a best of 7 or what the hell it was from, but regardless, could have been for a best of 3, I guess. It could have been for a best of 5, regardless, whatever. So anyway, up the top left side of the map is Mr. Kaz. He is 25 years of age, from the Ukraine, plays for Team Cascade. He wasn't always from Cascade. He's from Team Empire up to about May this year. I seem to remember. Yeah, see, Empire Kaz, who is actually part of Team Empire at the casting of this game. He's now part of Cascade since May this year, which is pretty awesome. So, yeah, another PvT, sorry. I've been seeing a lot of these recently, and this should be awesome. So, anyway, if you missed my previous videos, these are 3 games from the one series, and they're all epic games. So, my definition of an epic game is where the game time, this thing down here, is more than half an hour. And there's 3 games, all in the one series, all absolutely epically long. So I'm thinking this series is absolutely going to be insane, and I'm sure this is one of those series where both the players are just like, oh god, this is never going to end. But yeah, it's going to be very, very exciting. I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm praying that it's not one of those games where it finishes at the 20-minute mark and then somebody just hangs around for another 20 minutes to drag the time out, because I've had a few of those where I'm like, oh, this is going to be an epic video, and I'm building it up, and then at the end it's just like a 15-minute game, and you're just like, everybody's so let down, including me. But let's hope that it goes out. We've got a huge map right here. Very, very macro intensive, this map. So yeah, it looks like it's definitely going to be a good game. We've got a Stargate coming out from Mr. Grubby. Nice, fast Stargate. And what is he going to be getting? Oracle. Straight out by the looks of it. Very, very nice stuff. And yeah, he actually waited till he was getting the Oracle out before he started on the gate tech. So obviously he wanted to make sure that Oracle was coming out ASAP. So even now I'm waiting until even not getting the gate tech until that Oracle was starting out, just in case he needed the gas. But as it turned out, he had exactly 200 when the Stargate popped out, so he had enough for both. Mr. Kaz on the other side, what is he getting? Just fairly standard stuff. No factory as of yet, just a bit of Marines, a lot of Marines actually, quite a few Marines, just enough to sort of hold this ramp while he gets his macro up. He's got the base already up there. He's got a missile turret here. No missile turret on this base, but this guy does have Marines. So yeah, he's going to be, we will see. We'll see what this Oracle actually gets up to. So zooming around, the Marines do see it. They're going to be running down here. He's going to kill one worker and takes a bit off of a mule, kills another worker, but he's rapidly running out of time. Gets another worker, actually. Very, very nice. So that gas geyser is gas geyser is officially cursed. 2 workers have died trying to build it at the moment. And I'm sure the workers mining the gas from that will, I don't know, they may get the heebie-jeebies going in there. But regardless, we've got a 3rd command center coming up for Mr. Grubby. So obviously macro is the name of the game on this map. We've got a factory, and it looks like we've got a starport as well. So reactor coming down, but I don't know if there's going to be too many Hellions. I think this is probably just for fast medevacs, and maybe we'll see some Widowby drops or something hilarious like that. Will it be interesting to see. The Oracle comes back with a vengeance. Once again, killing a worker on the cursed refinery. That's 3 workers now that this refinery has. I mean, it's only got 500 health. It only takes, I don't know, like a minute to build, but 3 workers died producing that refinery, and that is just absolutely nuts. Maybe wishing he built a missile turret at that base, but there is not one. And Grubby, man, going nuts on the expansions right here. He's already got his third one. Now he's going to be producing 3 workers at a time. Kaz has almost got his third one up, so he's going to be producing 3 at a time as well, but Grubby got there a little bit sooner. And wow, look at that, man. 53 over 40. We do actually have 8 workers lost so far. I don't think the Oracle killed all that many. Oh, wait, yes it did. 8 workers. So what would have been 54 over 50 is now 54 over 42. And Kaz is going to be spitting nails at the moment, man. This macro is going to be such a huge thing in this game. And he's lost 8 workers before the 10-minute mark. And that is going to just build up over time. And the fact that Grubby has a third base, which he did not quite scout. He sent his Marine out there, did not scout. If he knew there was a third base out, he would have moved out straight away, but he is moving out straight away regardless. So he's probably guessing. The fact that he got killed by forces over here pretty much tells him there's probably a third base there. So the forces wouldn't be standing here unless the third base was either already finished or underway. So he's going to move out, going to have a crack. We do have a pylon blocking the command center right there, so Grubby is going to know that Kaz is trying to move out with the third base, but he could have guessed it anyway. And here we go, nice force here. We got a nice bit of Marauder mix in here, so he's going to be good at destroying the sentries and destroying the stalkers. And there we go, they're moving in, but they're sort of split up. These force fields are so horrible. These guys continuing to move in, need to move back and regroup, and there we go, push in again. Not that much energy, force fields, but the Nexus overcharge is going to be enough to keep them away for now. They've got to wait until that actually gets out of there. Oh, Grubby sniping in there, blinking in, sniping a couple of medevacs. Very, very swisho move right there. And Kaz, I don't think was expecting that, but it definitely knocked out his medevac support. And without that support, he's understandably a bit loath to move in again, but he's going to push out some medevacs ASAP. Move in once again would be my guess, because that third base is relatively juicy at the moment. It's a very, very nice catch, and it's not going to be too hard to take out. But yeah, it's going to be a little bit difficult, a little bit tricky. So what do we got tech-wise? We've got, that's a lot of buildings, man. Kaz building a lot of barracks very, very early in the game. He's got the double, no, sorry, not double E. Oh, there is. There's already one here. We've got one there as well. 1 weapons and 1 armor. All after 1 Evo chamber. Sorry, what am I talking about? Evo chamber, engineering bay, whatever. It's the same thing. So, yeah. Really going for fast upgrades, man. Oh, what do we got here? Oh, Grubby. Awesome. That pylon must have spotted it, man. Very nice job. Kaz is just like, there's a Marine in there who said, shouldn't we take out that pylon? And the driver's like, nah, we're not taking out that pylon. And, yeah, it's just bad luck. That pylon is just as much as bad luck as this bloody refinery over here, man. I mean, they're still mining over there, but I'm pretty sure that those workers do not enjoy their day job. I can't... Is that the edge of the map? Really? When I zoom in, I can't move left anymore. Yeah, that's weird. Well, it looks like they took out the cursed pylon right there, but the Oracle did see them, and now they're going to be pushing in here. We've got a High Templar and a bunch of Zealots coming down, so Grubby all over this stuff, getting the tech out nice and fast. Feedback on a medevac, and yeah, Kaz is going to be getting the hell out of there. Sending a worker and a couple of Marines over there. The pylon, I'm pretty sure they spotted it. The pylon's going to be spotting this one as well. Grubby just building pylons absolutely everywhere, and now it's his turn to move in. Couple of Archons. We do not have Storm, but we do have Archons. That's going to be nice, doing a nice split. Going to hit it from both sides. Kaz does have forces over there, just come down from the drop chute. He's got forces over here. This is going to be looking quite nasty, though. Grubby has quite a lot of forces here, and Kaz is, yeah, I mean, if we had Storm for Grubby, he would absolutely own everything. But here we go, putting some force fields down. The base is going to be running for it, and more workers are going to die here. Kaz already behind, or he's not as far behind as I thought he would be, so he's catching up, but there's going to be another kick in the seat of the pants to his worker capacity. And here we go, the Zealots coming out. Zealot legs are just finished, or they were finished before, but whatever. And now they're moving in. The force field's working against the Zealots slightly, but now they are in full bore. And Kaz is going to have a lot of problems. Retreats up to the ramp. He should be able to hold here, potentially. But man, oh man, oh man. Grubby with a decisive victory at the midpoint of this game, or maybe it's still is it still the early game? We know it's going to be a long game, but usually 15 minutes is firmly in the mid game. But oh, they might get it, they might get it, they might get it, and down it goes. The command center goes down. Does Mr. Grubby know about this base though? Because that's the ace up the sleeve for Mr. Kaz. He's already got a base up here he's converting into an orbital, so you can just move that over. But the worker count has been quite heavily owned. That was up to at least 60 or 65 before, and now it is down to 50, which is not good for Kaz. Grubby is going to have a whole lot of good stuff coming out. He's got more forces coming out. This force isn't huge, but it's barely decent, and more reinforcements coming in. That's a lot of zealots. And now I think Kaz is in a lot of problems right here. He's in a lot of trouble. And these guys just going to keep on pushing on and keep knocking these command centers back, man. If you can snipe this again, Kaz is just going to be like, oh man, that is horrendous. Starting to get some ghosts out, which is nice. Getting some EMPs out, which is very nice. Archons don't take full shield damage from the EMPs, but they do take about a third of their shield out, which is pretty nice. Got a fourth base coming out for Grubby, who looks like he's firmly in control and continuing to build workers up to 79, but he's just going to keep on building them. Lands again. What the hell is Kaz thinking at this point, man? He's going to be able to save this because Kaz has actually pushed out. He's got a ton of ghosts. The EMPs are flying thick and fast, and Grubby's force is looking a little bit shieldless right here. They're regenning, and they regen so fast. Look at that, man. 28, 29, 30. That's no special buff. That's just a normal regeneration rate. But, man, they do rely on the shields for so much, and when those shields just go down, it is bad news for everybody. But army-wise, Grubby's still ahead. Income-wise, he's ahead by quite a ton. But he's so close to being capped that the 79 workers are going to start to work against him if Kaz builds any more, because he's going to have a bigger army than Grubby does. And while I don't think we actually have any High Templars in here, so he can't use the Storm against Mr. Kaz right here. Here he goes moving in, but he's sort of going to get bit chewed off here. He's got some capability to do force fields, but not a lot. I think those guys were using the Guardian Shield maybe, but not really too much. And here we go, look at this. These forces are a little bit capped off. I'm not sure that Grubby is happy about this situation. And Kaz has not taken advantage, but he's starting to move in now. They managed to slip by and retreat on out of there. And now the first storm hits the battlefield and misses everything. And then High Templar is starting to get sniped. Oh, there he goes, takes that one. I think there's one more in this army. Somewhere, I thought I saw a High Templar in there somewhere. I may have been mistaken, but he can just start throwing High Templars all over the place now. And this is a really, really good army versus army battle. Kaz trying desperately to hold on to this third base, and meanwhile his fourth base is just going nuts over here. And Grubby just has no idea that that base is even there. So here we go, nice battle. Where are the storms? I don't think that Grubby has any High Templar in there, but he does have Archons. They're getting in nice and close. The Zealots are doing a good job, but the ball that Kaz here is nice and thick, and is soaking up quite a lot of Zealot fire, as much as it can do. The Colossus doing a great job, but I think that Kaz may have something here. He's beaten all the Zealots back, moves out, got enough Marauders to snipe the Colossus, and for the first time in some time, Kaz has really just completely thrown off the attack. He's always been sort of holding back and sort of, not holding back, but he's always had his back against the wall, but he really threw off that attack right there. Income-wise, he's still quite far behind, but it gives him a lot extra space for his forces, and since the majority of his forces are Marines and Marauders, they're a little bit, you know, they're quite a bit cheaper than the rest of the forces that Grubby has, but we'll see. Grubby can afford to do a bit more stuff with all of his workers. Have a look at the upgrades. We do have 3-2 for Kaz and 3-2 for Grubby, so Kaz has still managed to get a ton of upgrades out there. Grubby getting 3 armor, and I believe this is level 1 shields. Yes, level 1 shields. I thought it looked like level 2 for a second, but it is level 1. We've got let's have a look at the bases here, because we've got a ton of stuff going on. We got double Robo Bay. How many gateways do we have? That's a crap load. That's a crap load of gates right there. Oh, look at this. A bunch of Zealots coming in here. That command center is going to get taken out, but Kaz actually moving back. Not going to defend that. He's spied some forces coming in here. He's got the sensor tower over there, and that's doing a great job of spotting the forces coming in. Allowed him to pull back. He did sack this base, but he did not get caught on the flank by Grubby's main army, and I think that's what Grubby wanted to do. So he baits them out, and then when the main force of Kaz is on this ramp moving down, he comes in from the side, flanks them, and it's all death and destruction. But Kaz, with his sensor tower, spotted them, and now he should be able to counter any sort of strategic positioning that Grubby tries to pull up. Very nice EMP getting in there. We did see one storm coming out after the fact, but the main two Templars coming in did get EMP'd, another one getting EMP'd there. So Kaz doing a great job at knocking back the high Templars. Colossus are a bit of a problem, but the Viking numbers are starting to come out. A nice storm managing to land there from Mr. Grubby, but Kaz overall doing a great job at defending. Even got some workers in there, I'm not sure why, but the EMP is going down on the Templars. Very, very nice. And the Colossus, well, the Colossus are not really being knocked back. The Viking numbers are starting to get out. Meanwhile, we've got a drop coming down on this side of the map. I think they actually took out this fourth base down there. I think they did destroy that while Grubby was sort of monitoring his army on the other side of the map. A bit distracted, but great play by Grubby. His force is going to get finished off here, and he's going to be shooting out of there. But yeah, sniping that base out. Very, very nice stuff. And now we've got the return of the army right here. High Templars. There's a bunch more High Templars. We've got a bunch of energy. This could be quite an army turner right there. They got to wait. You need 75 energy for Storm. A lot of these guys are sitting around the 50, 60, 70 mark. So another, I don't know, 30 seconds, minute or something like that before they can storm effectively. But yeah, pretty soon it is going to be absolute Armageddon on top of Kaz's base. If his Ghost Micro starts to suffer a little bit, we'll see. There we go, moving the High Templars out. This is a very, very crazy strategy, but we've seen it used by a bunch of people. They just send High Templars out everywhere. When you're moving across the map, High Templars come at you from every direction, storm you, and it's the directions you don't expect either. It's just all sort of, there we go, sending out a lone Marauder to soak up the storm. Great job there by Kaz, and time has finally come. The Zealots have found the base, and this base is not going to be safe anymore. Look at it. Half the workers got destroyed just by a few Zealots, and you can be sure that Grubby is going to finish that base off ASAP. The main army of Kaz going down to defend it. Grubby coming back and sort of gets a flank, maybe, kind of, but Kaz sort of turns around and just takes care of it. So not enough army really for Grubby to be making that sort of play happen. We have a look, he's 107, under 141. He's actually lost a whole bunch of workers. I don't know if Kaz has actually killed them with his drop action or if he's just started sacking them, but I do believe it's mainly the drop action, and Grubby is just like, thank you very much, that gives me a bigger army I can deal with right now. And here we go, another drop coming down here. Oh, not really doing too much, but there's not really much he can go for. This base is a little bit more open, but there's nobody mining on it, so yeah, what is he going to do? The only thing he really hit is this base, and he is going for that base right now. The army is coming up, but a whole lot of workers are going down from this small group of Marauders, and now the Vikings getting out there. They love to shoot off at the Colossus, but a storm chasing them away, and workers continuing to die for Mr. Grubby, but he's still 55, 56 over 42. He's building a little bit more, maybe? I don't know, kind of. But we'll see this base running on back, moving to a new location, and Grubby, seeing that this one is gone, she's going to be checking out other locations. Probably going to be checking this one ASAP. And Kaz, is he going to move out? Is he going to realize that this thing is here? Yes, definitely. Luckily, this base is safe for a little while because these guys can't get through because of those rocks, but they are trying to take them down at the moment. And man, two Banshees right here would cause so much devastation. It's like a total beautiful place to put Banshees right there. Absolutely fantastic. But the main army coming over here, trying to save this other base as well. So this is his proper fourth base, where this is just the crazy base. Here we go. Beautiful job by Kaz. Takes the Zealots by surprise when the Zealots were trying to take everybody else by surprise. Do still require a bit of micro. There's quite a lot of Zealots out, and a bunker on the other side. Got to be defending that. Very nice. We've got something over there, but it died. More forces coming in here, streaming in. As soon as they get in among the workers, they're within range of the bunker, and that requires all of Grubby's micro force, micro skill, to make sure that they don't just run blindly at the bunker, but he's put in the effort there, and now all of them are dead. We've got a couple of zealots coming down here as well, so now it's Kaz's turn to start losing workers all over the place, and he is down to 18. Man, that's just too low at the moment. I mean, I know we can build a huge army off that, but damn, you need workers, otherwise you run out of money, obviously. So we will see exactly how it goes. High Templar is just coming in, man. From every direction, just running in all over the place. There's a High Templar waiting to come in as well. Just running in randomly. It's like, I don't know, man. It's just absolutely nuts. I'm trying to think. There's some like retro video game. I can't think of the name of it, or if it even exists, but there's just games where you just, I don't know, like Space Invaders would probably be, no, maybe not Space Invaders, Asteroid. I'm such a noob when it comes to retro video games, but Asteroid, the one where you're just spinning around in the middle and moving around, and there's asteroids zooming in from all different directions. That's what this game is like. You've got this ship in the middle, and there's just High Templars coming in from every single direction, all at once, man. Just like boom, 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 and you see them, and then half a second later you get stormed. It's nuts. But here we go, moving back, letting the Ghost take out the High Templar, sniping the base. His own base has got to get sniped. Most of the workers are already dead at this base anyway, but yeah, there we go. Moving on in. And we're coming up to this situation right here. So, basically, Kaz has, yeah, he's still got this base, which is a bit easier to defend with minerals left on it, because he hasn't been mining all that much. And meanwhile, Grubby, with so many workers, has basically mined out all of his easily defendable bases, and he's just got the dodgy ones left. So, who knows? Kaz may be mining long after Grubby is unable to mine, even though Grubby has way more workers, simply because he's mined out all these easily defendable bases, and Kaz keeps shutting down the hard to defend bases. But we'll have to see, because this is quite far away from Kaz's base. He's managed to shoot in here before, but I think there was a drop that got in there, so it had to sort of worm its way around. But this one is all the way over there, man. That's quite far away from Mr. Kaz's forces. And we'll just have to see how this goes. These guys need a bit of a repair, man. The workers are taking care of them as much as they can, but yeah, those guys, look at that army, man. It's completely shot to crap. There's a ton of workers over there repairing. This guy is not repairing, man. He's just sort of standing there and looking busy, but he's not actually repairing. So that guy is a lazy little slob. Ah, well. Here we go. We're just repairing them up, getting them done. We've got a Dark Shrine up, simply because DTs are lots of fun. Imagine if you just run a DT into this base, start taking stuff out. I mean, there's only like 18 workers left, 16 workers left for Kaz, so all the DT needs to do is kill 16 workers, and boom, game done. Okay, he is actually building a bunch more workers, putting himself up to 19, 20 total, so it's going to be a very nice worker amount to have at the 33-34 minute mark, and he's going to keep him going for a little while. Needs some gas though, no gas income at all. Grubby's still going ahead, still doing a pretty good job with his 51 workers over 19, getting enough to keep his army going. He still doesn't have as much as Kaz, but he's getting very, very close, so that economy is definitely pushing him over. And this, I believe, is actually level 3 shields. No, is it? Is it not? I'm not sure. I think this is level 2. Yeah, level 2. Oh, well. There's Observer over there. High Templar over there gets sniped. Unfortunate. Zealot coming in here. Grubby really with the individual units just going all over the place. Got feedback on a couple of ghosts right there. Killed a few of them, I think. Maybe even 3, I'm not sure. But that High Templar, man, absolutely insane. Did get sniped, but absolutely insane. And now Kaz is thinking about moving out, which I'm not too sure about, because Grubby has had enough time to get out the forces, and this is really a Colossus counter heavy army. So if he runs in, oh, there are 4 Colossus though, so it's a good decision. It will be a very, very nice matchup. He's got ghosts as well to take care of the High Templars. Oh, look at that guy, man, he's just going nuts. Did storm a couple of medevacs and Vikings, but yeah, what are you going to do? Couple of DTs in the main base. Going to be taking out all of the nasty buildings. The Ghost Academy is going to get down. This is going to be a pain for Kaz to deal with. And meanwhile, he leaves. Look at this army, man. They're not doing anything. They're just sitting back, having a relaxing time while Kaz is trying to sort out the main army. This is a horrible position to leave your main army. And there we go. Moves him back up. Gets him a little bit defensive. But needs to worry about there. There we go. Another DT going down. He's got one more left. He's attacking the refinery. He doesn't want to attack this refinery because, of course, it is cursed, as we well know. There we go. Just leaves it alone. Does not want to touch it. Here we go. The main army coming out. Grubby remaxed already, and his army is 142 over, or 140, or whatever. It's a big number, and it's bigger than Kaz by a little bit. Did we have? We haven't even got level 3 armor yet, so he's definitely been running on fumes for quite some time now. Been pushing up a little bit, 54 over 21. But I think he's setting himself a goal, like I got to get at least 160, 170 army. So I don't want to build too many workers, but if it starts to turn into army trade-offs, he may start regretting the fact that he doesn't have that many workers because he is not going to be able to re-macro as fast as Grubby is able to. I mean, Grubby doesn't have... Well, he does have a massive amount of workers compared to Kaz, but it's about standard, I'd say, for this point of the game. 54 workers is quite standard, so he's playing pretty standard macro-wise, and when it comes to trading, is going to work out. Although Kaz has never really traded too much all that recently. He's not really run in and just sort of said, all right, let's have a go at it, because he knows that it's probably not going to work out for him in the long term. Even if he can knock this army back, it's not going to work out for him. So he's looking for a bit of a better position. Here he goes, moving back in. The Vikings could get a nice position if they're on top of this area. It's going to be hard for the Stalkers to hit them that well, but we'll see. We will see exactly how it goes. They're sort of just dancing around each other for the moment. And yeah. So let's have a look. We've got another base coming down here from Mr. Grubby, as if he needed another one. And yeah, Kaz is basically just running on this space at the moment. He does have a decent amount of income. Where is his mules? He doesn't actually have any mules at the moment. Must have used all his energy scanning for DTs or something. But Grubby, I mean, he's just banking minerals at the moment. Banking minerals, banking gas. Getting all the expansions up. It's been ages since Kaz did any sort of drop action against any of Grubby's bases. So he's happy just to sit back and macro. And yeah, I'm not sure exactly what Grubby is waiting for. Probably waiting to get a bit more bank, so that if he does happen to lose everything, he can re-macro extremely fast. I mean, he's got the income, but he doesn't have the bank to re-macro as fast as he would want. And if he gets like a massive amount of ghosts coming in here and just owning his entire force, then it might be a little bit dodgy. Where is he moving? All the way over there. Oh, I'm not sure I understand that. Oh, I'm getting so tired as well. I thought I might have got something, got the second and third games done tonight, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Oh, the DT, man. Oh, and they scanned for the DT and he's just out of range. That sucks. That sucks so badly. Those damn bloody... The amount of thingy spent on scans so far for the DTs... Just put a bloody tech lab on a starport and get a Raven, man. Because, I mean, the amount of scans he's putting down, absolutely nuts. Really, really absolutely nuts. But, yeah, I mean, Terrans, they can scan anywhere and everywhere all the time. But it costs them so much in terms of that energy they could be using on mules. So, I don't know. I think they kind of get screwed with the fact that they have to go to a Raven, because Raven's just one of those units. It's just like carriers or something like that, or even Tempest, where you don't really get it as part of normal play. It just doesn't really sync up with any of the other really good strategies. Oh, feedback! He's not even storming these guys, he's just feeding back in the ghost, but he's got his work cut. Actually, there's only 9 left. Only 9 left, so the ghosts are starting to become an endangered species. But Kaz is slowly pushing back. He's 39 workers below, but he's not 39 army below, so he's up to 159 over 140. He's doing it very, very slowly, but Grubby is giving him the time to macro up. So it looks like with the straight up forces right here, that Kaz may take out a victory simply because he's got the larger army. We've got to remember though, he's only got 2 armor, and Grubby has 3 for pretty much all of his forces because he doesn't really have any air forces in there. So he is quite a beefy bastard. And Kaz, man, it's very, very hard because he wants to start taking these bases out. But with this force just sort of buzzing around here, he needs to be on hand to get it if they start going for his bases. I don't think he can hope to win in a base race. I just don't think he can. There he goes, moving on back. He's going to get a nice flank here. I don't think Grubby can avoid that unless he warps out with the Mothership Core, of course, which is probably going to be his plan. Just scare this base away, warp on out. And meanwhile, send a bunch of Zealots in here. Zealots trying their hardest, can't break the bunker. And meanwhile, a bunch of DTs coming in. The refinery is still up and running. Look at that. Oh, they're going for it. Those DTs, man. They're obviously not scared of ghosts, which sort of makes sense because they're like half ghosts themselves. But I gotta say, man, that refinery is way scarier than any sort of DTs I've ever seen. Finally, the bunker goes down, and the High Templar is free to go in and start storming workers. Oh, yeah, we go. Storm goes down, workers go down, and that Marine finally goes down as well. So Kaz, he's got to be thinking, I'm pretty screwed here. And he can win one engagement, maybe. Yeah, maybe. But he's not going to win the second engagement because Grubby can re-macro a million times faster than he can. I don't think Kaz can even re-macro at all. I mean, income-wise, that is a very, very, very sad income meter right there. It is absolutely horrendous. Kaz has to win right now with the army that he's got, and he's not going to be able to do it. The best he's going to be able to do is trade out, and then Grubby is going to re-macro, and Kaz is going to be absolutely screwed because he cannot re-macro. So there we go. He's going in for the engagement, having a crack. The attacking at Grubby's own base. Grubby sending out the reinforcements, storms everywhere. Kaz knows he's lost. He's just throwing his forces away, but he's having a good time, so why not? And there we go. Grubby taking the first game. A very, very decisive style. Well, decisive? I don't know. At the end of the game, it was very decisive, but it was very much a to and fro with the worker numbers. And Kaz choosing not to macro up his workers again is, yeah, I'm just not sure about that. I'm really not. Because he got a bigger army at one point. He got the potential to have a bigger army than Grubby, but he didn't push as hard. And I mean, when it comes to stuff like Colossus and High Templar, it's very hard to say, well, I've got 20 more units than you, so I'm going to kick your ass. I mean, it just doesn't work like that. You go in there, you're going to get stormed, the Colossus are going to have a go at you, and even if you beat the opposing army, you're going to be left with a shattered remnants of what your army previously was, and then your opponent just re-macros. So it's, yeah, it's not a case of you just own everything and then you just wipe everything else out. It's a case of you could win, but you're going to lose a lot, so you better be prepared to re-macro up. And unfortunately, Kaz just didn't have the workers, chose not to go for the position where he could get those workers. And even then, there were so many DTs, so many zealots. Grubby's worker harassment was so good that I think even if Kaz had focused on workers, he would have been screwed anyway because the attacks would have just kept coming. So anyway, game done. Thank you very much for watching, and we will be casting the Grubby versus Kaz game number 2 tomorrow. I will be chucking that up, and it should be awesome. So stay tuned for that. I hope you enjoy this game, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. This has been Hairy Muppet.